Seventh grade social studies teachers have found themselves in the center of a controversy about the new standards because they include a unit about the history of Islam.
The radical branch of Islam is very misunderstood, and frankly, I think people feel threatened by the violence that comes from that branch of the religion. And rather than grasp the religion and understand it better, I think people just have a knee-jerk reaction.
I think the union is controversial because people see the first word and have an immediate reaction to that based on events going on in the world today. People do not tend to take the time to realize that it's referring to events 500 years ago.
Members of the community seem to think that really we're doing things that we're not actually doing. There are several really misunderstandings and misconceptions about what's going on in the classroom, and there's been some talk in the media that's not horribly accurate as well, and I think that's where a lot of that is coming from.
The standards only ask teachers to explain the origins of Islam and provide no indoctrination whatsoever.
As a teacher or a public school system, it's not our place to influence a personal decision like religion.
A misconception, I think, that the goal of teachers is somehow to try to convert students, and that is not what we're trying to do at all. We're trying to educate students. We're not interested in changing anybody's personal faith. In fact, that is just not the place of a teacher.
I personally do not feel that it is a teacher's position to indoctrinate a student with any one particular religion. That should fall to the parent's responsibility.
The teachers feel that learning different religions is in fact important.
I think that to look at other world religions helps to make you a stronger believer in whatever your religion is. And I think that it should be encouraged instead of discouraged, because I'm not sure how we can be sure of what we believe in unless we analyze what else is out there.
I absolutely believe it's important. As the parent of a middle school student, I want my daughter to have an understanding of the different cultures in the world. We are going to continue to become more and more of a global economy, and people are going to continue to have more and more interaction with different cultures, and it's critical to understand the beliefs and the culture of these people.
Knowing about other religions is not necessarily mean that you agree or disagree with them. It just means that you understand another culture, another group of people.
Flannery explains the differences between the old standards and the new ones.
The context has changed a little bit, whereas in world geography previously we were talking about modern day faith and what those religions are like today. Now they're placed into their historical context.
Many people feel the new standards are part of the Common Core, but that is actually not true.
The new content standards for social studies are not a part of Common Core. They were written by Tennessee teachers and were out for public review in Tennessee during the 2012-2013 year. There are Common Core standards for literacy and social studies, and those standards only talk about how we can incorporate speaking, listening, and writing into social studies. They do not contain any content.
Common Core was a set of standards that covered math and reading language arts, and the social studies component of that was not a part of Common Core.
Bryant and True clarify that Islam is not the only religion taught.
We cover many religions in our curriculum in many grades, and those include Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism. That's covered in 6th and 7th grade and in 8th grade in the middle school years.
Historical viewpoints in 6th and 7th grade cover a lot of different types of cultures and societies, and understanding the religion that affected the history of those cultures is a part of all of those different units throughout 6th and 7th grade.
Teachers and administrators alike agree. There are ways parents can express their concern about the new standards.
First piece of advice would be to go to the state website and look at the standards. I think once people would do that, they would realize that we are not indoctrinating children. We are not trying to convert anyone to Islam.
We would welcome any parent concerned about this unit to contact their teacher or their school principal for more information.
I think that anytime parents are concerned about anything, I always encourage parents to come and schedule a conference with teachers, talk to administrators.
Caleb and Rayshawn, both students of John Sevier Middle School, feel the standards don't make them feel differently about their own religion.
I like my faith. I wouldn't switch it, but I think it's interesting, the other faith.
No, because I stay with what I believe in.
Caleb agrees with the teachers. Learning about faith is important.
I think we should because it's interesting. And maybe if you go to a different country or something when you're older for a job, you could probably learn from that and you could know what they go through.
Reporting for SSN, this has been Gowri.